Okay, welcome back everyone. This is the second video of lesson 8.2. So let's do the first thing. We have a graph and now we need to create a table from that. So let's just go, let's just start from the point that's from the farthest left and then go this way. So this point over here, remember when you're writing points, it's X, Y. And if you go over here, X is 0 over here, and so is Y. So, and the Y is 0 over here. So, if X is 0 over here, this first point for X is 0, and the Y is 10. This second point over here, X is 1, and remember this is X, and Y. Okay, if the X is 1, the Y is 8, X is 2, Y is 6, X is 3, Y is 4, X is 4, Y is 2, and down here, X is 5, and because it's on the X-axis, the Y is going to be 0, and this is a table that you desperately need to be able to do the next part, which is getting our equation from this. And just like the problems above, what you want to first do is, yes, we have our 0 for X, okay, and we're checking to see if it's increasing by the same number in the X's. And that's also a check. We're going to see if it's increasing or decreasing by the same value in the Y's to get our rate of change. This is subtracting by 2, subtracting by another 2, subtracting by another 2, subtracting by another 2, and subtracting by another 2. You need to make sure you do all of this. There can be cases, I don't know if this year or even next year, if it's going to ask you if, you just want to make sure it's checked. It doesn't take that long for you to check. Okay? The next thing is finding your B and your M. Your B is going to be the Y value when X is 0, which is X is 0 here, so the Y has to be 10. So that means the B is 10. M is the change in Y over the change in X. And I always will use the triangles. The Algebra 1 teacher cannot help it, okay? Change in Y over here is -2. Change in X is 1, so M is -2. And now, in your Y equals B plus MX, you're going to have Y equals B is 10, M is -2, X. And just because you don't really want to have parentheses in there is not something that you see. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but you're not going to ever see that in when you see a problem. So make sure you just get it. I would just rewrite it as Y equals 10. And because this is a negative, it's going to be -2x, and that is your answer. Okay? It's starting at 10, and it's going down by 2. Okay? And you're going to be talking about that rate of change thing in the graph in Algebra 1 when it comes to slopes. I want now you to pause the video and do the same thing for this graph with this table. Extract the points, and then find the equation from the table. Okay, so pause the. All right, welcome back. This is the chart filled up, the table filled up with all the work done to see if it matches up. And again, once again, if you're still struggling with this, then make sure you once again message me, email me, set up an appointment for a video conference, whatever you have to do. Okay. So example 3 is all about just writing an equation from a situation. Now, to be honest, this might be one of the more easiest concepts that you do out of everything today, even though it is word, shocking as I may be. So write a two-variable equation that models a situation. So Uma saved $20 a week, X, for a total of Y dollars. So we have Y equals B plus MX. And one thing you're going to see is that in the way they're formatting is that you're always going to have a Y and an X left over in your equation. Okay, so she saved $20 a week. So we have to think of it. B is your starting point. Starting or amount, okay, if you're going to word problem situations. And M is your constant rate or your rate of change. I like to see the rate of change quite a bit. You see that more in math class in the future. So you're going to have y equals, what does 20 represent? Is 20 how much she's starting off with? Or is 20 how much it's increasing every week? And 20 is how much she saved $20 each week. So she's starting off, we're going to right now assume that she has $0. So your B is going to be 0. And it's increasing by 20 each week, which is going to be 20x. Okay? And that's it. Your equation is going to be y equals 20x. Spiffy the puppy gains y pounds in x days at a rate of 2 pounds in 8 days. So again, in y equals b plus mx, we don't know how much the dog weighs in the beginning. We're just trying to find the rate of change in x days. So we're just at this moment, we're going to put 0 for b. And your M is a rate of change. And the rate of change here is she gains 2 pounds in 8 days. So it's going to be 2 over 8x. So it's going to be y equals 2 8x. Or as you always should reduce your fraction, y equals 1/4 x. She's increasing at a rate of 2 pounds in every day. No. She's increasing at a rate of 0.25 pounds every day. 0.25 pounds per day. That's why it's 1/4. Okay? And that's your equation. How about you pause the video when you try out these two problems, and we're close to we'll be done. All right? So pause the video. All right, welcome back. These are the two equations from these two situations. And again, we have no starting point right now, but if you're given a starting point where one of those, this is when you have a B value, like those cab writing thing, if you're writing a cab or something like that, they always have no matter how far you go or how much time you're in the cab, you're going to be paying a certain amount. So you have that flat fee of $20. And then you're paying whatever it is for each additional mile or minute or however they calculate it. In that case, the B would be 20. But in these situations, they were never given a starting point, so we're just going to make that assumption that is 0 for now. I hope you understand how to write equations in 3 completely different ways, using a table, using a graph, and using situations, real life situations. Have a good one, guys. Bye.